Welcome everybody, this is Michaelantonio live, and we are here once again for another exciting rocket launch. This one is happening at Vandenburg Air Force Base in California. Yes, it's lifting off out west. It's going to be going in a south-southeast trajectory. I believe it's around maybe 66 degrees around the Earth. It's going to be a little different orbital pattern. This particular rocket is, of course, a SpaceX launch, but they're launching something, a satellite that's an ocean-observing satellite for climate research, the Sentinel-6 Michael Freilich satellite, named after Michael Freilich, a scientist who has been studying the oceans and the rise of the oceans based on climate. So that's what's happening now. And what we're going to do now, because we're very close to liftoff here, is we will be going to audio on this, and you can enjoy this great view from Vandenburg Air Force Base in California. Listen in.
0. And liftoff of Sentinel-6 Michael Freilich, continuing a legacy of ocean observation
and
international collaboration to benefit all
that
humanity.
Is so awesome. Look at that. Wow. I am loving this.
And 1D propulsion is nominal.
Now keep in mind, everybody, this is going to be landing. So we're going to watch a landing. I believe it's going back on land. So we're going to see an exciting landing of the booster stage of this rocket. How cool is that? And if anybody has any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me in the comments. And again, please like this video, because this is, I love to answer people's questions about space technology, rockets, and I definitely love a conversation about it. If you have anything interesting to lend to the conversation, please don't hesitate to do so, because I love a good discussion about this stuff too. It's great.
Vehicle is experiencing maximum aerodynamic pressure.
We're coming up to max Q, which is maximum aerodynamic
We
pressure.
call for max Q. We also heard vehicle is supersonic, means traveling faster than the speed of sound. A beautiful shot there from the first stage, looking down towards Earth and seeing the plume there created by those 9 Merlin 1D engines.
This is such an awesome view, guys. Do you love this view? Wow. I'm loving this. I mean, just amazing. I don't know if you noticed this, but you see the rocket plume there? What happens is, because there's less pressure as you go up into the atmosphere, the rocket plume actually gets wider. It comes out wider because there's less pressure at the end of the nozzle now. So all of the, all the flames that come out there, that exhaust, high velocity exhaust, doesn't have as much pressure on it in the back, so it just kind of flies out.
Track with that rocket as you see it on screen now.
That is science, folks.
Just a reminder, coming up here very quickly, we're going to hear booster, or first stage engine cutoff.
Stage separation confirmed.
Here we go. Look at that. There it goes.
Visible on screen now. Beautiful shot.
Nice. There's second stage, and it's firing up, and here we
Backflip,
go.
Jesse mentioned the beginning of the Falcon booster.
Stage 1 booster burn is started.
Now that booster is going to be traveling back
And that second engine
to the landing site.
Lit. You can start to see the engine bell there turning an orange.
Following nominal.
This is so cool, guys. I love this.
Fairing separation confirmed.
Oh, they just separated the fairings.
That is Sentinel-6 Michael Freilich there on your screen.
Wow.
That is the satellite that has been exposed now.
You see the fairings
have been jettisoned
in the back
and separated, and you
coming
just saw
off?
it there tumbling away. Some beautiful shots on the way to orbit.
This is gorgeous, guys. You never get tired of this. I mean, this is just so cool. These things are traveling at very high rates of speed. Thousands of miles an hour. Now remember, anything that is going to orbit around the Earth needs to be going at least 17,000 miles per hour. Think about that kind of speed. And the reason why it's able to go that
reverse
fast
angle views of that engine on
is
screen. That's what you're
because
seeing. this is switching
there's no wind up there, no air to create friction and cause it to break up.
That term nominal being
burn up.
used, we've heard that a lot during this call out. That's a very good sign. Nominal just means that everything is going according to plan within the expectation of operation for the vehicle.
So normally the trajectory of a rocket,
So we are. Oh,
it
yeah,
will
a
go
great shot
up.
from the first
It'll try to
stage.
get up altitude first, high enough to get out of the lion's share of air, and then once it gets up into that region, it can really pick up speed.
Guide and stabilize the booster to make sure that we hit that pinpoint landing, like we heard that question asked. How do we ensure pinpoint landing? And those grid fins play a huge part in that.
Those grid fins right there, they look like waffle irons.
In the middle of its first burn.
They really help control that craft as it comes down to land.
Approximately 6.5 minutes. And then there will be a long coast phase today, and then we will have a very short, or a relatively short, second stage, second burn to put us in the correct orbit to follow that path of the Jason series, as we heard earlier. So, Philip, from a trajectory perspective, is this just kind of a moment where do the people working this mission, do they kind of just sit and wait as well here? Because obviously we're not controlling this actively. It's just the vehicle, in theory, just doing what it's programmed to do.
Right. I mean, I will say I didn't personally work this mission, so I'm not sure what my coworkers worked it for technical viewers is thinking, but it's beautiful to watch this trajectory that we've been planning out for years. We know what the map looks like, we know what the numbers are, but actually seeing these views from the second stage is just amazing.
Yeah, very good. And we'll talk more about kind of your role and what you do as a trajectory analyst. You are, by all accounts, a rocket scientist, which is pretty cool. We will come back and chat more in a bit. Well, again, we'll revisit you once we get towards that second stage, second burn. But for now, I think we're ready to head back out to check in with Daryl and Jesse to hopefully enjoy what I would expect to be a beautiful, very noisy, nominal landing of that booster. Daryl, how was launch? How did it look out there?
Ooh, looks like they're not ready.
All right.
That happens, guys.
Production,
I tell you, it's a little complicated sometimes, folks.
To watch that launch, and they're probably getting positioned again. So I don't.
This is just awesome, guys.
Me neither.
This is just awesome. And once again, guys, do not forget to like this video and comment with your questions or just, general thoughts on the mission, on space talk in general. I love questions about that stuff, and I love the discussion. We're getting into an age where we're getting more into space travel. Because that's, we went through a long lull where there wasn't a whole lot going on. Now you've got SpaceX, you've got all these new places, and these new companies coming up. Blue Origin's coming up soon. We're going to be going to the moon. I mean, this is stuff that is exciting. And so here we go. We are seeing right now this booster stage, the first stage, coming down to land. And I believe it's going to be coming down right on the land instead of out on a drone ship, I believe. Yep, see the land below? That thing is going to be landing right back near the launch area. How cool is this? I love this. Look at this thing falling. Now, I've seen this live. I've seen these boosters come down because I live off the Space Coast in Florida. And, I mean, they're traveling at a very high rate of speed. When you see those things dropping out of the sky, it just looks like a rock coming straight down, baby.
It's the steering mechanism.
It's really
so those little grid fins are helping steer it to get it in position. Now look, look at that thing just falling out of the sky. And of course, you're going to see the rocket engines just fire up right before landing, and then the landing legs come out. It's really the coolest thing in the world to see. And if you haven't seen it before, stay tuned because you're about to. It's going to be amazing. Look, see the flames? It's slowing it down. Here it comes, down, down, down. Look at that. What a view, guys. I mean, you couldn't have seen this even 10 years ago. This wouldn't have been possible. This is what science does. It creates all of this exciting stuff.
Every time I see this, it's just...
Wow, look at this. Here it comes. Wow, wow, look at this. Oh, no, it froze. Oh, wow, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's like almost right on the dot. Wow. There it is. And the booster's back to be used again. Wow. And that's why we're going to save money, guys. We're going to save money by using the same boosters that were already built. That's how Elon Musk and SpaceX is able to save not only themselves, but their client millions of dollars. I mean, a launch like this can cost, depending on the payload, anywhere from as low as like 30 million to 60 to 90 million, when before a mission like that would cost hundreds of millions of dollars. So you're really saving a lot of money, and it's only going to get better as we develop more reusable pieces to a mission, including maybe even a second stage at some point. If we can get the second stages to be reusable, that would even be more savings. But again, I'm not sure that hasn't happened yet, but I think it will in the future at some point.
But if there is, we will let you know. And in the meantime, we'd like to tell you about the science behind the Sentinel-6 Michael Freilich mission.
So I want to thank you guys for watching. I think this is where we will say goodbye to these guys. But I want to thank you for watching. But before I go, please like this video, hit that notification bell and subscribe. And of course, comment to me, please, with any questions or thoughts about the mission. And another thing before I go, also, check out my website, Michael Antonio Live. That's michaelantonio.biz. That's where you can find me. I have all the stories of the day. You can subscribe to my daily updates of news stories. I kind of gather up all the news from different sources. You don't have to go all over the place to find your news. It's a one-stop place to find all your news right on my website, michaelantonio.biz. I also have a great shop. If you go to michaelantonio.biz/shop, and you can find some of the coolest things there. So please do not hesitate. Come on down here. You can see all the stuff I have. Like this shirt here. Now these kind of shirts, this kind of stuff is the coolest. You're not going to find this in most places. And it's just weird looking stuff. If you're a person who likes to be different, and if you're watching this because you like to watch space missions, you're probably a little bit of a different person than the average Joe or Jolene. So definitely check that out. And, I want to thank everybody once again for watching. Hey guys, if you want more great content from me, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Come on, what are you waiting for?